You just have to make a choice, and then you make it the right decision. You know what I mean? You can't just think like, is this right? Is this wrong? Did I make the right? No, you just make a choice, and then you just make it the best decision that you ever made.
All right, so far this week, excelled at fixture making. Got this Krinkov sitting here ready to go. We did the jaws for the bolts over in the Integrex, but we haven't really been utilizing the spindle time as well as I'd like to. So right now, I need to get these parts running so that I can look at that mess over there again. Going through and I'm getting this Krinkov combo block, second op set up, and I was looking through at the old programs, and there was actually 6 operations to complete them with all the little holes in the sides and whatnot. So the total time actually ended up at 45 minutes, 18 seconds for all the second op and everything after that. With the 5-axis, it's like, if you look at my model here on the original second op, it's missing some features, and that's just a product of the way I work sometimes. The model might not even be done yet, and I'll start just finishing up the part. When I go and I'll steal my model from the 6th op and put that in here, and then we'll go through and we'll just add all the stuff. But right now, in the interest of getting things running, I'm just gonna go start loading tools because I had a big tools list. Oh, hello and welcome to the Recreator School of Machining. I'm going to go over just loading an ER16 collet system. This is going to be the same for ER20, ER32, ER4, any ER system. This is what you want to do to maintain your tooling and get excellent tool life. We go in some shops and they'll just have junk tooling. Their tool life is terrible. Here that doesn't happen. Even with just our ER systems, we keep them really clean. Every time you take a tool out, what you want to do is just go inside the threads with a rag. You're gonna go until you don't see any more black shit coming off. This should be spotlessly clean. You may have to go over to the air hose. Actually, generally you do, especially with these collets. You take it over to the air hose and just spray it out. Make sure there's no junk in there. Anything that'll cause the tool to turn off center is gonna fuck up your tool life. All right. So now we've got clean collet and clean collet nut. This is an ER16 system. And then you'll take rag, make sure the threads aren't getting messed up, clean the inside of here. And now, depending on how long this is going to be set up, it's always a good idea to put a little bit of motor oil in there to protect it. There you go. And then as far as your tooling, you can go down a little bit in size. I would say no more than 15 thousandths undersized from the collet. This one's right on size, it's not a big deal. Put that in there. And let's see, it's going to be going down with this part. I need this much clearance. So that's good. You really want to keep your tools as short as possible. The longer it hangs out, all that's going to do is just give you more deflection, and you won't get as nice of a cut, as well as it'll wear out your tool quicker. So chuck them up as short as you can. All right, so this guy's ready to go on the machine. This is the last tool I got to load right now, and then we'll check in once we've run some of these parts in the 5-axis. I just finished setting up that job in the 5-axis, and I was trying to remember, I'm like, where's the tool that drills this hole? Like, I didn't set up a small drill.
It's done on the first op?
Exactly. Yeah, yep.
It's just that fixture has it upside down the other way, so we can't really look down unless we take it off.
Yeah, I just forgot. So remember the first time we made these? Like 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, or whatever? And I had that pre-order open, and I thought I was going to do the hole from this side, and they were going to match, and it didn't match, and then I had to come in that weekend, and I like welded a plug in all of them. So I hadn't forgotten that. It was still stuck in my head. That's why I was thinking, like, where's that drill?
Yeah, because when you're looking at it, especially once it's milled down and everything's cut.
That was so painful though. Everybody was waiting, and the parts were wrecked, and it took a long time to get them fixed. Came out nice. All right, there we got it. So we know now this TRT 210 has no problem holding this for any forces we put on it. Didn't really get any 5-axis stuff done on it today. Other than that, but 90% of the tools are set up.
We know how it all runs.
Where's
Anything
that?
needs to be changed.
Where's that number? Okay, 31 minutes, 38 seconds cycle time. Remember that on Monday, I guarantee I get that to half, or at least half that for all these operations. But I plan to have these finished in 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Easily to be done.
When I totaled up all the other operations, 45 minutes, 18 seconds.
So much just small stuff that has to be switched between.
And you know what would be crazy though? Ditch these vices and put in just a bunch of these fixtures. So put like an arm. So every time part finishes, come over here, grab a new one, put the next one over here, back on the 5-axis, and just run. If we would get this job more often, right now we don't run it enough, but it's definitely one where I could see automation really happening for it.
And you can easily just, something that's just loosely sitting on there, able to flop around, just even just throw a piece of plastic in there as a plate pocket to set them in.
Okay, yeah, that,
And
I
then
mean,
it
it's
just
simple.
grabs them, puts them up there, puts them in the pocket. Then
I guess
they're
we
not
need, like-
potentially falling.
But we need like something pneumatic to grab this because we're nobody's gonna be here to.
Yeah.
Could you put a? I don't know. You wouldn't have anything come out of the machine and screw it down, but
You need really precise knowing exactly where all the heads are every single time.
all right. So we just changed this a little bit, pneumatic, but the design is good. It's there. It's there. We got to grab it. I could see it happening.